The number one biggest question I get is, how can I get my guys to post more on social media? Well, I mean, you got to think about it from a salesperson's point of view. It's not something they get paid for. If they're not already social media inclined, it's a heavy lift, right? It used to be back in the day when I sold cars, they would call it the 700-pound phone because we couldn't get the salespeople to make phone calls, outbound phone calls. Now it's the 700-pound phone. It's just your cell phone, right? So instead of keeping on or staying on the track of pushing on them to create organic, creative, original, unique content, there's actually a tool that will do that for them. So they get in there, they log in, they put in their information, it connects to their social media, and which they should be posting on their social media. And salesmen, if you're listening, you should have a sales account that everybody who's on your personal account also follows your sales account. So, and then for the dealership, you can put the dealership's information in there too. So there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of themes that you can use. So car related, football related, seasonal related, holiday related, whatever you can think of, there's a theme for it. You pick one, there's service, there's fixed stops, all that stuff. So we go in there and we pick one. Let's say we want to do one because the Super Bowl is coming up, right? And we want to talk about the teams, who's your team? Who are you rooting for? That kind of thing. Just a basic, simple post like that. You have the ad copy written for you. You have a photo that you're allowed to use, it's licensed for you to use. And all you do is add in your name and phone number, or you make it a lead, a poll. You have a poll where people, select one or the other, and then you can go through at the end and, decide who everybody was voting for to win the Super Bowl. But here's the thing is, while I absolutely think that would make life so much easier, you still have to rely on video. So what if these ad copy posts that we have that are written for us predicated the videos? So we have a video that we're going to make up a poll about who do you want favor in the Super Bowl, and it has the ad copy written, it has the photo, bam, bam, bam. 10 seconds later, if everything goes wrong, we actually have a post on social media for today. Today is Saturday. And Saturdays are not days to make videos. Saturdays are the days you should be selling cars. But we still want to post, right? So we take 10 seconds and we actually have a post on social media today about who do you want to win in the Super Bowl. So now Monday comes around. Sunday, hopefully you're closed, or you're also just as busy because you're selling cars. Monday comes around. Now we're going to make a video and show people the results, right? Hey, everybody said on Saturday they favored the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I'm sorry if you're an Eagles fan, whatever, that they wanted the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. So I don't know how you feel about that. Now you're talking to people at the dealership. How do you feel about that? What do you favor the Chiefs? Like take an in-person poll kind of a thing. Those actually get pretty good traction. So now it's, and we did videos for Tuesday and Wednesday because those were slow days too, but now it's Thursday. We're starting to get busy. We're making phone calls to set appointments. Now we can start utilizing automatic posting on maybe from the manufacturer. Maybe there's a couple of generic, boring posts that we can utilize on the dealership social media. But now we want to have something engaging again on Friday and Saturday because we want to be a little more fun. So let's say the next upcoming obscure holiday is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. So if it's Thursday and I know that Friday is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, I'm probably going to go ask the general manager to get enough chocolate chip cookies to fill up the service waiting area and make a post about it on using my social media, my personal, like my work or my personal social media, saying, hey, chocolate chip cookie day in the dealership. Feel free to come by and have up to 3 chocolate chip cookies. Yes, there's a limit because I know my family and friends would take all of the chocolate chip cookies. Make it fun, make it relative to your followers on your own social media. And the reason I say do that, even if you're utilizing a tool like Social Grenade, which is absolutely, you should have that tool in your dealership. If you're having, in any way, shape, or form, your salespeople are having trouble coming up with ad copy, coming up with posts, you should have Social Grenade. So, and tell them the SoCal Car Gal sent you. And yeah, anyway, back to my story. You should have that, because that absolutely will start the creative kind of ideas flowing for your team on what they can post video content about. So it's literally the number one problem I hear from dealerships all the time is, well, I've posted about that. Well, I don't want to post about that again. Well, I can't come up with any new ideas. We can only use ChatGPT so many times before we're all coming up with the same ideas. So the beauty in a tool like Social Grenade is there's hundreds and hundreds of ideas. Number one. Number two, they're fresh every month. They refresh them every single month. So you don't have to have a creative sales team. You don't. It's all written for them. And they can take those post ideas and then spin that into a video. So if that's your dealership, if I'm speaking what I'm talking about now, you're like, oh, and that resonates with you, that I have this trouble, Candace. I can't get my guys to actually create content. I can't get my guys to actually engage into their own social media accounts. I really strongly encourage you to do two things. Have your sales guys create a separate account for their sales persona. So a lot of people are resistant. A lot of salespeople are resistant at sharing their personal social media and then their sales social media. I absolutely agree that you should have some separation between them. That's my personal opinion. Some people feel differently, not me. I think that's my personal opinion, frankly. So, but I will say to salespeople, what you should be doing is creating your sales persona on your social media, your profile on your social media pages, connect it with your personal one, and then please ask that all of your personal followers and connections on your personal social media follow your sales social media as well. That way you're kind of separating the two. They know the content you're posting there is related to your job, is related to your career, things like that. But here's the other reason why I would do that. So keeping it separate, that's great. That's wonderful. If you change dealerships, if you're in an area, Dallas area, Las Vegas area, Los Angeles area, these are all areas I've worked. I know there's more where there's turnover, where dealership changes happen a lot and happen often. Your customers, you can ask them to follow your personal social media. And now they're following you. You can post, hey, by the way, I went from XYZ Ford store to ABC Ford store. It's 15 minutes away. I'll give you an extra $250 off your trade, whatever, or onto your trade, off your car purchase, or add it to your trade. Things like that. You have to create your own following and your own work social media persona. And the amount that you post, the amount of engaging posts that you have on there directly reflects the gains that you can have for this account, right? So you don't want to post the same thing, hey, this is a great car for sale, come and see me, yay. You don't want to post that over and over again, and especially if you have your own personal friends and family actually following you, because they're going to eventually be like, oh my, this is boring, what the hell? So using a tool like Social Grenade, if you have a dealership that you're working at that is utilizing Social Grenade, I implore you, engage in it. Get involved with it. Post. You should be posting a minimum of 6 days a week, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I'll stick to it. If you're not posting 6 days a week, you're doing yourself a disservice. Yourself. You have to think of selling cars like your own personal business. Even though you draw a W-2, even though that's, your commission is your commission, whatever the downside is of sales. If you start treating it like your own personal business and somebody else just supplies the cars and helps you get the customers in the interim initially till you get your own book brought up, that's the way you utilize social media. So tools like Social Grenade are absolutely crucial to growth for someone who's starting out like that. That's all I got for this week. Happy selling.